It's the car that no one asked for, but we got it anyway. Even if you don't really want it, and I imagine you probably don't want it, it's the new Izi Sport. Ugh. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. I bet you haven't heard that one in a while. Hope you're all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome back to some more GTA 5. Where today, I guess we're checking this out. It's a car that's in the update, so I guess we are going to be looking at it. It is the new Izi Sport. This is definitely a Marmite car, I think. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comment section if this is a car that you think looks cool, because to me, I hate it. I absolutely just despise everything about this. It's normally when you get like one of these cool compact cars or something and they modify it, you think, oh, it's fun, and then this comes around and actually you go, well, okay, not all the time. Sometimes it does just look like, well, I don't know what it looks like. Oh, the scale is all wrong. It is just, I mean, look at the tuck on those wheels. Look at how deep set into these massive wide arches they are sitting. It is so gross. However, we can fix that with VStancer. Maybe with VStancer, because by the way, we are in single player mode for this, we might be able to get this thing looking all right. This is what we're going to be investigating today. So there's going to be some comments on the screen. I'm actually going to do this video old school style today. If you want to have your comments featured, as I always do, even if I don't always mention it, just leave comments in the comment section below and maybe they'll get featured in the next video. But there we go. That's enough of that. Let's take a look at this monstrosity. So here we are with the Izi Sport and the original Izi, just so we can see what has changed. And actually, I want to give a positive here, because the original Izi was just a convertible. We didn't have like a normal version, whereas this one is based on what would be the normal version of the Izi. And this line here, like the way that this window goes, is so much more like the original Mini. It does look a lot more Mini-esque. So in that respect, I like this roofline. I like this rear window and this rear quarter bit. I think it looks a lot better than this thing, which was always kind of weird, being this weird convertible Mini thing. So actually, in that respect, the body shape I can give props for, because I understand this is supposed to be like a normal version of the Izi, not a cabrio. So the lights have actually completely changed. In fact, this is almost like a completely different shaped car. It's a completely different model. Not much is really retained here. In fact, I'm just going to consider these as two different cars because they are just so different. I don't think any bit, not even like this line here that goes round, that isn't there anymore. I mean, the door shape's not even the same. The door handles are different. It's completely different. What's the interiors like? There's the interior of the original. Okay, well, this one's obviously stripped out, so but that is a lot of change. A lot has changed with this one. So let's see what we can do in menus customs. So we actually have some liveries. I'm going to check out the liveries first. Why not? So we have some white stripes. They're kind of hard to see. There you go. We have some black stripes. We have some power metal. Just going to have some sponsors on the side there. Then we're going to have the Republican Space Rangers. That's taken from the TV show that's based inside the game. That's kind of cool. It's like an Itasha style thing, but if Americans had Itasha, it'd be based on like some weird cartoon. Would people have like a SpongeBob Itasha style car? Would that be a thing? Okay, I want to know if that's a thing now. Then we also have the Cherenkov Strawberry. Kind of cool. Vodka style one. Warms you to the core. That's quite an interesting design. Then we have the lime version of that one. Then we have the sprunk lights. So of course, these are all very sort of livery inspired. Just basically just giant adverts in this respect. Then we also have the extreme version of the sprunk. Then we have the lager beer. That is very jarring. In fact, it's almost kind of like the monster style one, is it not? Like, you know, like when Ken Block gets those cars promos and he's always got like these weird... Is it Ken Block? I don't know. I just feel like I've seen a car like this before. Then we also have an alt version, which is very interesting. It's terrible, but it's interesting. But we'll keep the stock for now. Let's have a look what else we got. So on the spoilers, we have the stock, which is this massive spoiler. Then we have this tiny little one, which actually sort of calms down the look a little bit here. Then we have the street spoiler. This is so weird. Then we have the race spoiler. I do like these rear mounted ones though, even if it is a kind of weird looking car. Then we have the big wing, not just called the wing this time, not a wang. And then we also have that in secondary color as well. I don't even know what to go for, to be honest. I'll go for the race spoiler for now. On the front bumper, we have the stock. We have the carbon splitter. That's not too bad. I quite like a nice carbon splitter like that one with the rods holding it as well. We have that in secondary as well, which is also white, so you can't really tell right now. We have that in carbon as well. This is the race splitter, so slightly different, just slightly bulkier, and that's it. So you can't really change much else of the front bumper. I think for this one, we'll go mad. We'll go for the primary color. Then on the rear bumper, we have the diffuser, pretty interesting. Then we have the primary tipped diffuser, so that's going to be just a nice white tip, or we can have that in secondary. I'm going to go for the secondary one. That does make it look a little better, I will say. The diffuser does sort of finish off that rear end a little bit. On the skirts, we have the street skirts, and then we also have the race skirts. Maybe we'll check these out in color so you can see them a little bit better. That one's actually very similar. That's just a tiny bit there. I'm going to go for the street one because it just looks a little bit more out there. On the exhaust, well, we have the options of the wee tiny ones that we got there. We have the big bores. Oh, that looks a lot better already, doesn't it? The titanium, the side mounted, which actually plugs those holes as well, which is very, very good. And adds it there this time. That's interesting. Then we have the radial exhausts. Okay. What is that? That is unlike anything I've ever seen before. That is weird. Okay, then we also have that in titanium. Then we have the 4-pointed exhausts. It's like a drunk Pagani Zonda. And then we also have those in titanium. I don't know what on earth. This car is just... a lot of people would call this rice. I wouldn't call it rice. But you know what I mean? It's too much. There's too much going on right here. I kind of want to go for these crazy ones just because, but I don't like them. I just want to see how a crazy look build would turn out as. So we'll go for that one. But it looks terrible. Then we have some intercooler options, just to have those intercoolers, and also we've got these sort of like fog light covers, LTD, right there, which is going to have some different color vents. Very hard to see. In fact, that carbon one, I don't know how much more that carbon bit costs in online, but that's pretty pointless for an option, I've got to say. And then we'll have that in primary as well. Then we have the hood options, quite a few. We have the carbon, we have the stripped hood, could say striped perhaps. Then we have the carbon stripped. Oh, I see, it's got some bonnet pins on it, so yeah, okay, whatever. Then we have the vented hood, then we have that in carbon, then we have these ones with the extra vents. I quite like those vents actually. Then we have that in carbon, and then we have this one with the carbon vents, or full carbon. I'm just gonna go for that vented hood, or this type of vent. There we go, that one in primary color. That looks kind of cool. As a bonnet design, I think that one suits this car quite well. Then on the fenders, it's actually going to be a sun strip instead. So we have the globe oil, we have the hard stand, we just have this in white, or we have it in secondary. I'm going to go for secondary, we'll change that in a minute. Then we also have the options of the carbon body kit. Oh, no. And then we have that in secondary color. I don't know. This is really quite terrible. And then on the roof, we have some roof scoops. Massive ones, in fact. Carbon ones, primary ones, secondary ones, and race ones. And then we also just have a full carbon roof option. I'm going to go for the primary color. I just think all primary is going to work for this one. And I think for the next build, I'm going to try a stance one. But for this one, as it's going to be racy, I might just go for a sort of race style livery of some sort. Maybe even the logger one. I'm actually going to go for the logger one, and I'm just going to try and make these wheels look somehow cool using this extra vanilla wheels mod. So something like this, one of these wheels, I think is going to suit this. But I mean, if you were playing it online right now and you'd paid money, in-game money for this car, I would be so disappointed. Why hasn't Rockstar figured out wheel offset yet? I don't understand why every car has the wheels just tucked right into the arches. You can barely see them. It's meant to, look at that. You can't even see the wheels. Even there, look, you can't barely even see the wheel. Look how much that needs to go out. We are going to fix that right now. So let's go to VStancer and let's just go for track width. I just want to bring this out just so you can see just how much we have to bring this out. Just that alone has completely changed the way this looks. Just that alone. Because look, it was around, what, there? So we can bring that out to about there. That's going to be just clipping through. So sort of even there, but even then, that is still a massive improvement. And then on the front, we can actually really bring these out and not even touch the arch. That is crazy. But just bringing that out just there has made an absolutely astronomical change. But do you know what? I'm actually going to ignore that clipping through the arches just so I can get that sticking out a bit more, because from this angle, it looks a lot better. So that's fine. And we don't even really need to do any visual lowering. I mean, we do actually have all the tuning options still. We can go to suspension and drop that down. Yeah, that's all we really need to do. And that has instantly made the car better. It's still kind of awful, and this logger style livery is actually kind of hiding all the horrible, ugly body lines. So even though that the livery's ugly, it's sort of hiding the uglier part, which is just the body lines. Because, good God, look at it. It is just plain awful. Actually, we'll go for the sprunk light, because I think the sprunk light, do you know what, that actually looks all right. Now that I've changed to that, it does look a bit better. That was a bit too busy, wasn't it? That does look a little bit nicer, even in that colour. And there we are. A massive change. I'm just going to spawn in another one here, just so we can see. Look at that. Look at how lost these wheels look inside of these arches, and then look at my version using VStancer. The differences are absolutely staggering. And I actually really like this colour. I'm not sure I really need to change this colour at all. Actually, I think this red kind of goes with that livery quite nicely. It's either that or something like a grey. Oh, mind you, the grey does look very cool. Okay, I'm going to go for that rolled steel. And then for the secondary colour, so we can actually have this on the sunstrip and that bit at the back, I want to make that like a green or something. Something like a lime green. That's maybe not the best colour. And that also kind of adds some green on the back, if we can sort of... There you go, there's the green on the back. Actually, let's set this RGB. Let's get this a bit closer. There we go, that's a little bit closer. Just tweak that just a little bit. And there we have it. Crashed straight into that car, instantly ruined it. So much better. So much better. I can't believe how much better it is just putting those wheels out. Rockstar, seriously, if anyone... I don't even know if anyone from Rockstar has ever seen any of my videos, but on the off chance that this is their first one that they watch of mine, please, for the love of God, make the wheels a bit closer to the arch. We need to have the wheels fill the arches more, because this improves the car so much. Even if, look, I understand, it does glitch through a little bit, as you can see, I understand. Maybe, I don't know, make the suspension stiff, I don't know. I'm not a game developer. But style-wise, this is what needs to happen. Right, do you know what, I've said this enough. I always do 2 builds in my videos, or at least 2. So I'm going to do a second one, and I'm going to make it stance, because obviously, let's just give it a go. And there we go, here we have it. I've just decided to really just actually go for like the small spoiler. I tried to make it look as tame as possible. I tell you what though, this does interest me, because as usual, whenever we have these cars with the weird mods, some mod maker's going to take the model and they're going to make it look kind of, you know, better. So I'm actually excited, because hopefully some mod maker out there is going to see this and make something that doesn't have these massive arches and everything else, and makes it look a bit more like a proper Izi that isn't a cabrio, like a modern Mini for GTA 5. So I'm kind of excited to see where mod makers might take this model. But for this one, there wasn't much I can do. This is basically what I got. And as you can see, it is clipping into the arches. I understand. That's probably why Rockstar do have the wheels so tucked in. But we'll just pretend that these arches have been rolled. And there we have it. There is our stanced out Izi, which looks so much better than that cabrio version, even in this weird, strange state. So there we are, guys. I'm indicating right, which means right. Time to go. If you've enjoyed this video, please let me know by rating, commenting and subscribing. If you've got all the way to the end of this video, you can say Escalera in the comment section below. Also, I would love to hear your thoughts on the Izi Sport. Do you think it looks ugly? Do you think it looks beautiful? Let me know in the comment section below. And also, I am posting Minecraft videos again on my LexTube channel. If you want to see me play some Minecraft stuff, then go check out my other channel and hit that subscribe button. It would be much appreciated. There's more DLC videos coming soon, but until then, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.